Hi, it's Jennifer here with the Color Express, and today we are going to paint a puppy on canvas. So grab a canvas or any surface that you have. It could be thick paper, cardboard, basically anything. I'm going to be using canvas, so if you have that would be great, and a pencil, and then you're going to need paints and a brush, and let's get started. All right, so we are going to draw the head of the puppy first. So I'm going to start right about here, and I'm going to make a shape like this. And then I'm going to go all the way down like this. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Kind of stop right there, and then it goes more straight down. These are our floppy ears. Our cute little puppy. You have an eraser, so you can erase anything that you need to. Make sure you can see this good. All right, so our puppy is so tired. Our puppy is taking a little break. Puppies sleep a lot. I don't know how many of you have puppies, but they do. They sleep a lot. So here I'm making the side of the face. And I'll do the same thing on this side. Oh, my puppy's so sleepy. I don't know if you got to see the picture of my dog, one of my dogs. I have two giant Rhodesian Ridgeback dogs. They're about, oh my goodness, about 100 pounds each. And they think that they're little, and they try to sit on my lap. Okay, so once you have the shape of the face like this, we're gonna do the paws. Just like that. I'm gonna do one on this side too. You see how everything is pretty much in a line like this? Because our dog is tired and laying down. Okay. Good. There's a little piece right here that connects. That's the under part of the mouth. Then we have a little line like that. I'm going to hold this closer to make sure you can see. Okay. And then we have to make a nose. Make some nostrils, nose. We're going to be filling all of this in a little bit. Make a little line here and a little line there. And then, oh my gosh, this part is so cute. We're going to make the sleeping eyes. Because he's so sleepy. And now that I have his sleeping eyes, I think I'm going to make this a little bit lower. See? This is why we sketch it out first, because we could erase it. So yeah, I thought my head was a little too high, so I'm gonna, but if you lucked out and yours came out looking the way you want, you don't have to erase this part, but I'm gonna just make my head a little bit lower. There. All right, so there is our cute puppy. And we are ready for some paint. I'm also going to put a little curved line here because I'm going to make this look like a little blanket next to our doggie that's sleeping. Okay. All right, so now we're ready to paint. First thing we're going to work on is our background. So you'll want a big brush for that. And you can really make your background any color you want because it's your painting and you can make it match your room, match your house. I'm going to do, I feel like making it a very pale color, so I'm going to mix white and yellow. I just want it to be like a very, very, actually, I'm going to make it more peach. This will be cool, watch. So I'm taking some yellow and some white, mixing that with a little bit of pink, and it's going to turn like a peach color or salmon color. So I'm going to mix all of that up. So I mixed yellow, white, and pink. I got this peachy color. And I'm going to outline just above my pencil marks. Okay, and so now we know where the background ends. And now you can go ahead and fill all of this in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spread all of this out and then check out what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to take some of this like that. And then whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to just start adding white to it. And I'm going to make this lighter. I'm just going to add white on top just towards the edges. And then it's just going to get a little bit lighter as it goes towards the edges. Isn't that cool? So I didn't wash my brush. I just put some white on my brush and kind of overlapped on top of the other color and then went out. And then it gives it that effect where it's a little bit lighter towards the edges of the painting. Very cool. All right. So we have our background. Just adding a few little dabs here. All right, and now we're ready to wash our brush off. Okay, so one hand on your cup, dab, 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 swirl it around, wash that brush off. And then I just lift my brush to see if it's clean. Nope, still has paint on it. Okay, and now I'm just gonna glide my brush on its side to get all that water off. Take a napkin and then give it a pinch and dry it off. We need a nice dry brush. Okay, so we'll figure out the color of the blanket later. Let's work on our puppy. Alrighty, so let's mix a tan color. So we're gonna take white. I'm gonna take 2 scoops of white here, and then I'm gonna take a scoop of brown, and I'm gonna mix it together until it all turns one color. It's going to look like hot chocolate. All right. And I'm going to use this color for this part of my face. So first I'm going to outline here across the top of the head. going to fill this in. And you could really make your puppy any color you want. You don't have to follow my colors. Kind of leaving that out. Same thing on this side. Trying to leave those pencil lines out so I could see them for later. Okay, so we filled in that part of the face. And now I'm going to take this color, I'm going to put a little bit of it over here like this. But then with my dirty brush, I'm just going to use white. And I'm going to just, kind of like we did earlier there, I'm just going to take this color, put it on top. See, I just put some white on top of what I just did. How cool does that look? It's not totally white because my brush was dirty. It looks nice and blended. And I try and make my brush strokes go in the shape of my dog's face. Okay, so all I used on here, after I added the brown strokes right there, all I did was put white all over that. Okay, and I am gonna put some more white on my brush for down here. Fill that in. Good. All right, so now we have to decide what color we want our ears to be. Our ears could be this color, and they could also be a dark brown. I really like this color though. Let's do a little of both. So I'm putting white on my brush with the tan, and I'm just going to add some light, the white over here, towards the edge of the ear. So that's where I'm putting white. Let's do the same thing on the other side. I put a little tan on my brush and the white. We'll just do the edge. There. Okay. All right, and now we can add that other tan. But again, if you have a black dog at home, you want yours to be black. You have a dark brown dog at home, you can make yours dark brown. Just making sure I go all the way to the edge because I didn't want any white spaces to show through. If you run out of paint for some reason and you have to mix more of this color, all you have to do is put white and brown together and mix until you get that, I call it the hot chocolate color. Okay, you could take a little more white just to make this blended some more and just put some white on top there. And I'm going to take some white too, and I'm just going to add a little bit of highlights on the ear. What you do is take the white and just put a couple of brush strokes like that. And then let's go ahead and add some white highlights to the top of the head too. The key is to use just a little bit of paint when you do this, because if you put too much paint, then it really stands out too much. Right? And now we can do the lighter color for the paws. So I just put white and the tan on my brush. Same thing for the other one. Okay, and that same color, we gotta do it back here. Okay, and now we could add some shadows in there. So I'm going to take that darker tan color and I'm just going to put it right up there and on top where the paw is, where the little legs are, like that. And then you could also take that darker color, and if you turn your brush this way, it'll make a thinner line, and then you can just put those like that. So cute. Okay. And I'm going to take the brown, like the regular dark color brown, and I'm going to add just some shadows right here. I didn't wash my brush either. I just put it on my dirty brush. And I'm taking that dark brown and I'm going to put it right here. This is where it would be darker, right? Where the ear lays. Same thing on this side, right underneath. Here. This is where all the shadows would be. Okay. Okay, so you can go ahead and wash your brush off. Dry it off on a napkin really good. We don't want any drip marks. And then we're going to dip our brush in the black. Okay. And here we're going to make the eyes. They're shut. Okay. Here's the other one. It's always better to start with a little paint. You could always add more. It's hard to take it away. So I like to just start with a little bit. Okay. We're going to take black also, and we're going to make a nose. Line. And then we have to do the black line here. I didn't even put any more paint on my brush here. I just used whatever was left here. I'm just dragging it over. You could even put a little bit of shadow there too. And again, I did not put any more paint on my brush. I'm just using what I have. Just making those little shadows even darker with a little bit of black. But again, I did not even dip my brush back in the paint. I'm just wiping off whatever's left on my brush. Okay, so I'm not even gonna wash my brush here. I'm gonna put some brown on my brush, and I'm gonna put some dabs of brown on the nose, like a highlight there. Put one right here too. And in order for the nostrils to show, we have to put a lighter area at the bottom part. So I'm just putting that lighter tan underneath. Then you can go ahead and fill in the nostrils the rest of the way. Doesn't he look so tired? Okay, so you can pick up your big brush again and decide on a color. I think I want my puppy to have a pink blanket, but you can choose any color you want. I'm dipping my brush in the pink. I'm going to start by outlining here. And I'm going to be careful you got to put some white in there too. Right up to the puppy's face. I can't wait to see all of your pictures of either your real live puppies or your puppy painting. Check out my doggies. I posted both of them under another video, but today I posted it, or I'm sorry, yesterday, of Leo sitting on my lap. And boy, did he hurt my lap because he's heavy. We're almost there. I'm gonna move this a little so I can get down there. Okay, and just to give my blanket some texture, I'm gonna add some white to it. See, now I'm not gonna go over my brush too many times because then it'll blend in and all become one color. So you see how I do that? I just do a couple of brush strokes and then I leave it alone. Okay, there. And then the last thing, you can take your medium brush and just get some white on it, on your medium brush. And you can just add some more little highlights to your dog on this side. Add them right there. And here. I'm going to add a few little white highlights to the top of the paws here. And that's it. That's our puppy. So thank you for making a puppy with me today. I hope you had fun, and I will see you next time. Bye.